Hi, everybody. Welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's christinamarialeifsotter, and here comes the sales pitch. Who controls your life? If the answer is kitties, hubbies, or the pets, then you need to join my live webinar where you're going to learn how to stay in your power, who you are by doing a self-evaluation test, and a quick fix meditation. If you're interested in that, let me know in the description box and I'll get back to you. It's Virgo today. So in the pre-shuffle, this fell out, the Five of Cups. It's a card of sorrow. So I don't know what's happened or happening in your life, dear Virgo, but that seems a bit heavy duty. I guess we'll get an explanation in the reading. In the Path of the Soul Oracle cards, you got Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the Chinese equivalent to the Buddha Tara that the Tibetans use or have, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And it's quite interesting because in the yogic path, you got Buddha. So maybe you're in the process of transformation, of letting go things that you no longer need in order to transcend, transform, whatever. So a quick last shuffle, asking Spirit what they would like you to know. Yeah. Oh. This is my card of dependency and codependency that fell out. We'll see where it's going to take us. So let's see now. Who do we have? I can tell you while I'm putting out the cards that if you'd like to have a private reading with me, you're very welcome to get in contact. It's going to set you back $30, £30, 30 euros, or 300 Swedish krona for 15 minutes with me. An exception to that is if you happen to live in Africa or India or some other country where that kind of money just isn't accessible for a tarot reading. Don't let that stop you. Get in contact anyway, and I'll do my best to help you. Right. Well, this was interesting because I spoke about transformation and transcending, etc. This is the second card on the table is transformation. It's known as the death card in the traditional tarot. Yeah, now I have to get my bearings. 2 seconds. I don't see you yet, Virgo, but you're here somewhere. I see your soul, and I see the soul of your partner. I think he has the problem, which in turn obviously gives you a problem too, because when somebody's battling an addiction and they're very close to us, we're battling the addiction too. That goes without saying. So it's very sad. I'm very sad to see it, but I'm going to see what I'm going to look out for what Spirit wants you to know, what Spirit wants to tell you. There's no lack of love in this relationship, really. But the karma card came up, and it came up in the reverse. And when that happens, that means that the active karma, the lessons that you're meant to learn to and from each other, are now done. What that means is that you're free to do what's best for you in the moment. So if you feel that it would be best for you to leave this relationship, well, go right ahead. If we do that too soon, if we do that while the karma is still active, before we've learned our lessons, then we're only going to have to do it again with another partner, which is a bit of a shit, because if you've been 5 years in a relationship with somebody with these kinds of problems and you leave too soon, then you're gonna, that's a lot of time to lose. It's the only way to put it. I think your partner, he's wonderful, he's generous, he's gregarious, and he's very smart as well. But he has problems with anxiety, possibly depression as well. And he loses a lot of power to that. And that's probably what he's trying to self-medicate with, whatever it is he's doing, if it's alcohol or drugs or sex or, porn or something. I don't know. My heart bleeds for you, Virgo, because it's very hard to find a greater partner than a Virgo partner, because he's so loyal and so caring and empathic and all these wonderful traits. But the thing is, we can't love somebody at our own expense. It doesn't function in the long run. You're going to get depleted. And the really sad thing is, if you live together with somebody, I'll show you the depression card. It's the 9 of Swords or the 4 of Swords for me, all about anxiety and depression. And when you live with somebody that is in a depressive state, it's contagious, because you will be working your butt off to try and fix this man. Codependence, we do that. To fix this man, make things easy and make it as happy and great as possible. And it's like relating to a wall. You get nothing back. No energy comes towards you. Of course it does. What I mean is that it's not a dialogue. It's not one person to the next one. It's you to the closed one, to the inaccessible one. Because when we're depressed, we really are inaccessible. We can hardly manage our own self and our own, ghost, whatever it is. That was the wrong word, but I think you understand what I mean. We can hardly handle our own torment. And therefore, we're not open to the people around us. And we cannot fix a depressed person. We can't. We can't fix an alcoholic. It's just not possible. That all has to come from within them. And we can support them, but we can't fix them. So I think you're actually considering a move, and I would really like to encourage that. Spirit would like to encourage that, but I would too. I think it's going to be great for you. I think you've done absolutely everything that you can, and it's time to move on now. Really. You're very much of a healer, and we saw these beautiful Buddhist cards in the beginning. And that's fantastic. But the time is done now with that relationship. It is time for you to move on. And I don't know why Spirit is doing this, but maybe because you're very frightened of being alone. A lot of people are, but they're talking about the next man in your life. Usually we're not open to that. Usually we don't, like, who cares? I have to heal. I have to get over this past relationship. But possibly you've dealt with this during the last year or 2 or 5, whatever, and are ready not only to leave, but to love again. And then you're going to find a fun one. And I hope for you that he's a Gemini, because he's a King of Swords, which is the symbol for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And Gemini and Virgos both ruled by Mercurius, which makes you unbelievably smart, and you have a really good, interesting conversations with each other. A really nice, nice, interesting relationship. A nice and very worthy dimension is the intellectual one. You find that in each other. So, good times are coming despite of your sadness, your sorrow. We know now what it's all about, don't we? Yeah, this relationship. You're considering the move, and Spirit says, yes, do it. The time has come. You've done what you could. Your karma's Your karma is learned, and yeah, it's time to move on. Let's have a look at the oracle cards. Path of the soul with Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the bodhisattva of compassion. In the cards, she represents compassion and kindness towards oneself. Stop being hard on yourself. Watch your mind and the words and judgments that you have about yourself. See, that's a big problem for us codependents as well, that we often don't have a very high opinion of ourselves. And there's a hierarchy of emotion. It's scientifically proved by a man called something Hawkins. It's from quite a way back. But so every feeling has a vibration or a frequency. And I think on his scale, there's probably about 10 different emotions. And on the top is enlightenment. Love is somewhere like fourth from the top. But in the bottom two are guilt and shame. And you know, that's the really sad thing with us codependents. They're probably dependents as well, but us codependents, that's usually where we are. And because we have this sense of shame and guilt, we attract more of it, and we also judge ourselves very harshly. So try to be aware of that, and when you're feeling these low vibrational or low frequency feelings, try to change them. There's always some reason to feel good. There's always some reason to be happy, and work on finding that. Now I'm going to go back to the text. You are much kinder and more forgiving of others than you are of yourself. It can take many lifetimes to fully embody this lesson of compassion, but you're almost there. This is one of the biggest openings of the heart center that one can experience. Now that's nice. That's really beautiful. And in the yogic path, you got Buddha. One who is aware. Buddha is not just one person, but anyone who has an aware and blessed soul. Right now, that's you. You have woken up to your true self and let go of the illusions that were binding you to the material world. You've taken off the mask of security and given a good look into the vastness of your own soul. You've realized that nothing is inherently good or bad, but rather just is. You understand the non-dual nature of the world and are letting go of the judgments of the mind. Hold the knowledge that we are all Buddha nature. It just takes remembering. I like that a lot. Dearest Virgo, thank you for being you. You're wonderful and we need you. Take care and think about the move. Love and light. Oh, if you want to ask anything about this reading or anything else for that matter, just let me know. Email in the description box. Bye.